You know, sometimes the trip is just as good as the destination. And when you have a family RV like this, trip's gonna be pretty tough to beat. And let me explain to you why. Because in this layout, you have a sofa directly across from the dinette. And as you're traveling, wouldn't you rather be traveling right here? How comfortable is this? You're not gonna be crammed in the back of a pickup truck. You're gonna be in a sofa. Or you're gonna be in a dinette. But this slide's gonna be closed and everyone's gonna be nice and close, having a great conversation with mom and dad or grandma and grandpa going down the road. This is what the road trip is all about. Snacks, beverages, you got it. You have cup holders here, cup holders there, and up front. On top of that, you have plenty of seatbelts. Look, you have 3 seatbelts right here. You have another one over here, another one over there, and if you have small kiddos, no big deal. They can start their adventures early. You have a safety latch for a car seat, so you can bring the entire family. I'm telling you, this is the way to travel. Once you get to your destination, you can open this nice big slide up, sit on the sofa, watch the TV, enjoy the views outside. You'll have plenty of storage. You can see the storage space right up top here with lights. When it's time to sleep, no big deal. That sofa drops down, that dinette drops down, and 2 adults can sleep up here because this has an 800-pound weight capacity. Now you may be thinking, but what about mom and dad or grandma and grandpa? Are they going to be comfortable while driving? Oh, you better believe it. We're going to be driving in the Ford E chassis, which gives you plenty of leg room here. Again, cup holders up front, no problem at all. In this big dash, even if your vision's going bad, you're still able to see this thing. Easy to operate. Take a look at this. No matter what you like to use to listen to music, you want radio, you got it. Sirius XM, yup. Android Auto, yup. Even Apple CarPlay, we have it all. Backup camera, nice and easy to see. Bluetooth capable, so you're driving legally while talking on the phone. And take a look at this. We can control almost everything we need to right here from this touchscreen. You can open and close the slide. You can turn on the tank heaters because this is capable of being in colder climates. Water pump, you got it. You can monitor your tank panels on here. And this one is even equipped with an automatic generator start. So what that means is if you go out for an adventure for the day, you can leave this bad boy. It doesn't have to be plugged in because once your battery gets low enough, the generator will automatically kick on for you. You may be saying, well, what's low enough? You tell me. You get to set it right here. Whatever you want it to set it at, you can do that. Have it kick off whenever you feel it's up to par. Up to snuff. Up to stuff. Whatever you need. That looks nice, doesn't it? Kind of like this kitchen. I really like what they've done with the color scheme. You have the nice Eddie Bauer green down below, champagne bronze pulls, then it's white up top, so it's elegant and uplifting, and it's not dark and closed in. It is bright and open, just like this entire RV. Storage up top. This is smart. I'm so glad they did this. Nice little divider over here for your spices, but they kept this open for larger items like cereal boxes. Thank you. Microwave, hood, 3-burner recessed cooktop with the oven, and additional storage underneath that. But in the Eddie Bauer, ooh, slow close drawers throughout. Big fan of that. High-rise champagne bronze faucet that is a pull-out. Nice, deep stainless steel bowl. Take a look at that thing. Zoom in on that. Show the people. Well, I mean, there's some antifreeze in there. That's not the prettiest, but it is a very, very deep sink. I am a big fan of that because a lot of times manufacturers try to save a little money there and they make it shallow and it's not useful. Not at all the case here. It's also a thermoformed countertop, which is what lets you undermount that sink. Definitely a big upgrade over T-mold. Right back here, what is that, you say? Well, why that top is a wireless charger, but boop, boop, push the button. And oh my gosh, look at that. You have all of your power needs answered. A couple electrical outlets there, USB, even a USB-C. And again, you're probably like, Ian, USB-C has been around for so long, who cares? That's not the case in the RV industry. We've only seen it for like the past year or two. So yeah, I get excited about the small things like a USB-C plug. And then some hidden storage right over here. Open this guy up. You see you have a couple of drawers. Yep, definitely a fan of that. And even slow close. I don't know if you saw that. One more time. Instant rewind. Uno. Send it back. All right. It's not send it back. It's rewind. Yeah, right? I don't know. Anyway, underneath the sink, you see a trash can. I'm really happy when a manufacturer gives you not just the trash can so much because, well, I mean, I can buy that from the dollar store, but more importantly, the fact that there's space for it and I don't have to go find one. So kudos to them for that. You do have some robe hooks right here if you rock a robe, but most of us will probably just hang towels there. And if we escape into the bathroom, we get to see the nice high-rise toilet. And you can see it's kind of elevated here. You know, I'm not sure if the purpose, if there's storage or something under there, but honestly, I'm not affected by it. I like it. It's easier to get on and off the toilet, which is kind of nice. It's also a porcelain bowl, so it's easy to clean. And if you want to get really aggressive, you can even use it as a squatty potty. So, I mean, it's really just a win-win all the way around. Good leg space, great shoulder space in this bathroom. I am not cramped in here at all. You can see big countertop here as well, which I like, stainless steel bowl. And you get the nice big medicine cabinet there. It's kind of a double-sided, which is great. Another thing I do want to point out, right down under here, that's a tankless water heater, so you can get in this shower right here and spend a ton of time in it. The shower kind of has an interesting surround. You can see it's a little bit more decorative, almost like a faux brick look there, but it does have shelves built in and a nice big skylight. So, you know, 6 foot, I can stand there no problem. If you're like 6'4", you can still stand in there without any issues whatsoever. And if you're coming out of the bathroom and you're like, man, I'm really thirsty, well, wrong side. Right over here is the fridge and the freezer. You can open that guy up and there you go, right? So this one is 12-volt compressor driven. What that basically means is that this runs off your battery, and normally I'd be like, oh no, that means it's gonna kill the battery pretty quick. And while that is still somewhat true, if you recall earlier, this one has that automatic generator start. So if your battery does start getting low, boop, generator kicks on, powers your battery right back up. This is a great refrigerator to have when you have that system. As for the bedroom, well, queen bed, need I say more? Okay, yeah, I suppose I probably should. But again, the fact it's a queen bed is huge. It just makes it a lot easier to get in and out having it a north to south bed, right? It's not in a slide out. It's not pushed up against the wall. It's easier to make the bed. There is a slight step into the bedroom, so be aware of that if you have to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. You'll see storage on both sides, but you're going to have a different storage setup. On one side, you have a spot for the telescoping ladder, which can go up front. Wardrobe here as well, with a couple of drawers underneath and storage across the top. On the other side, you'll see a little bit smaller wardrobe, but underneath that, you have a shelf with your electrical outlet, your USB port, and a 12-volt, so that way, no matter what you're doing, whether you're out just running off battery or if you're plugging to shore power and you have a CPAP machine, you are able to use it. And if you're a fan of watching TV in bed, well, you're gonna be happy because there's a cutout right here and you can watch Netflix to your heart's content. The EB28 is built on the Ford E450 chassis. That bad boy houses the 7.3-liter V8, putting out 325 horsepower, 450 foot-pounds of torque. But do you know what's even more impressive? Right up top, that front cap. Why, you may ask? Well, the #1 place that leaks occur on a Class C is right up here in the cabover. Why? Because normally, you're just gonna have a seal that runs right through here on both sides. And what happens when you're going down the road and all that rain's coming in, you have a leak point. But by having this front cap, it wraps around the side, wraps down below, it protects that front end and helps prevent water penetration, and that is huge. Another thing that helps prevent water penetration is the one-piece roof membrane up top. That is the cross-flex system, which has some of the highest puncture resistance in the entire industry when we're talking about roof membranes. And it's a fully walkable roof because this whole entire thing is going to be vacuum bond laminated. Your roof, your sidewalls, and the floor. Now, if we start talking about the floor, we'll talk a little bit about drivability, because that's going to be a big deal too. We talked about the drive being such a good experience, and a lot of that comes with the systems that come with this Class C. You're looking at this Smooth Tech suspension system. That is the same suspension system that is used on a lot of ambulances today, utilizes rubber shackles to really help smooth that ride out, and this is upfitted by MoRide, and they do a lot of things to the chassis, like computer balance the drive shaft to help take out a lot of that vibration that you get in the steering wheel. You'll also see some excellent features right back here. My favorite part, take a look at this. You're gonna love it. Look at that storage. Folks, I'm telling you, you have huge, huge storage in this one, and you have 3 different access points, right up here, over to the side, and right there. And what is this? That is a foldable table. And then right back here, take a look at this. Rear mounted ladder, so you can climb up onto that fully walkable roof, 250-pound weight capacity. You'll also notice the backup camera that is built in right there, and you have a full bumper, so that if you need a place to store your sewer hose, as long as you have the proper sewer hose configuration, you can put that bad boy in there. And this is a pretty big Class C. There's a good chance you're gonna wanna tow a vehicle. Well, they're well aware of that. That, folks, is an 8,000, say that with me, 8,000 pound rated hitch. Most Class Cs are going to be 5. They're giving you 3 extra 1,000 pounds to be able to tow, and you will still see you have the 7-way plug there. Now, bear in mind that just because it's rated for 8,000 doesn't mean you can tow 8,000 and still fill this thing to its absolute maximum. It's just not going to handle it. But if you pack a little bit lighter, that means you can tow a little bit more. Another thing I absolutely love about this space back here, I just want to mention it while we're here. Take a look at this. You have a plug in here, you have a plug in that center one. I don't know about you, I'm a big fan of tailgating. I envision this full of ice and beverages and snacks, and that's gonna be a really good time. And this right here is what will allow you to do it. You will also see that you have your city water fill as well as a fresh tank fill and black tank flush on there. Fuel fill right over at this side. You'll also notice your 30 amp power plug, and then of course the cable inlet. Propane will be right there, right down underneath this slide. That's going to be your 4,000 watt generator. And I also want to touch at the top of the slide, because you'll see this one comes with a slide topper. That's going to be really beneficial if you're camping out in the woods, because any pine cones or anything, sticks that would normally fall on top of there and gum up your seals when you put that slide in, that is going to protect you from. Now, you might be saying, Ian, I love this, but I want something a little bit bigger. I want a little more living space. I want it to be an open floor plan. I got you. Check out this next Eddie Bauer.